tonight on Magic Talk. What'd you get for Christmas? What are you giving up in the new year? Tonight.
Wow, that was pretty exciting.
Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
Welcome to Magic Talk, the ultimate backstage pass to the world of magic. We dive deep into the art, the craft, and the business behind the illusion. If it's magic, we talk about it. Sometimes. And now, your hosts, master of misdirection and dad jokes, magician James Lantine, purveyor of magical oddities and unpaid family labor, magic shop owner Joshua Lantine, and straight from a suspiciously nearby park bench, the one, the only, Gregory Alexander.
So how does it feel living on a park bench with all this rain?
Hey, no one says I live on the park bench, okay?
Oh,
Yeah, I just hang out there from time to time.
okay.
In fact, I just came across this bench with magic on it one day, and then the next day there was magic there again. I think Jim baited me into staying on this park bench so he can get me onto this show eventually.
Yeah, we had to make the intro real.
It worked. I can't resist free magic. What can I say?
So, all right. Before we get started, I have to know. You got your dog stoned.
No, my dog got stoned.
Okay.
Because I am irresponsible and I lost one of my vapes. So, being in the business that I'm in, I get several vapes come across my desk, as they say, that I need to try out. And of those vapes, they're small. They go missing from time to time. So, I come home and my pops looks disappointed. And I'm like, what happened? What did Buddy do? Well, it's okay, but, he got one of your vapes. So I panic. I look, all right, cool. The pieces, he didn't swallow anything. And then, so that happened. And then like about a half hour later, I look and he looked a little faded. Buddy looked a little stoned. And so I spent some time with him and he had partaken. I went and looked at the vape and the tank was empty. So my buddy had a little fun time there with the vape. And then he went right to bed.
I was going to say, was it true that he sat down on the couch, watched TV, and ate munchies?
So he sat next to he was sitting next to the couch, literally just looking absolutely spacey. So spacey. And I panicked because I thought maybe he was feeling bad from plastic or something. So I spent some time with them and checked them out. I'm like, I think you are really high right now. And took him out to the backyard and he just kind of like standing there looking around. His little poor back legs started like stretching out, all like that's all like it was funny. But he's great now. He's good. He's back to normal, back to his normal self.
I wish I had known that because when we used to fly with the kids when they were young, I used to load them up on Benadryl.
Yeah, Jim, I don't recommend. Listen, if anybody's listening to this podcast, please don't give your children cannabis or your animals cannabis.
Oh, no? Okay.
Don't listen to Jim. There are laws and regulations.
Don't use it as a parenting method of
for yourself, perhaps.
Maybe. Yeah.
You might need a little for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Benadryl worked like a charm, though.
I bet.
So. Anyway, so we are approaching the new year.
That's right.
We have one more.
It's coming quick.
Oh my gosh. Last week it was January 15th, 2025.
Yeah. And now it's over.
Yeah. What the hell?
I don't know. On to the next one.
It's crazy.
Let's go.
So do you have any special New Year's resolutions for 2026?
To complete a stage show.
Okay.
And it's not going to be totally illusion based, but there will be some illusions in there. There'll be some manipulation in there. Veronica will be a part of it. Will be in it. She'll be a main part of it. And that's my goal by the end. And granted, it doesn't have to be ready for ticket sales. By this next year, I'd like it at least honed in and put together. If we can get into a show, if we can actually get some together sooner rather than later, and we got ticket, amazing. But the goal is this year to really structure, get everything together, start learning movements, and really see if I can put together, I should say, because it's not going to be done just on my own, several people, if we can put together a legitimate magic show. So
as far as performance wise, we can make that happen for you.
Heck yeah.
So, but who's helping you who's kind of giving you guidance along the way as to, because there's not many illusionists left.
There are not. So I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to learn from one of the best illusionists duo team that was out there at the time, and that's Richard Burr and Josette. So I've been spending quite a few days on Thursdays. Veronica and I go out and we spend some time with Rick, and he's very gracious with his time, and he's been giving us some really good, solid advice on ways that we can start to go down that road.
So haven't really actually been working with any illusions yet, just
Not quite
kind
yet.
of getting the groundwork done as far as
Rick is basically being very clear. He's like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" In a more playful sense,
yeah.
But seriously, yeah. So no, we're more in the conceptualizing part now, but we are very quickly moving in the beginning of the year into some dance lessons and some movement training.
Nice.
Yeah. So
when I was in New Hampshire, we used to have an illusion show, which is why I have so many illusions. And I do occasionally do some illusions in my show. I might have like one or two pieces. It's not like the whole show. But when we were doing it in New Hampshire, we came in with our own lighting, our own sound, the illusions. It was a 1-day ordeal. You went in and spent 4 or 5 hours putting everything together, getting the stage set up, the lighting and all that. Because what we used to promote was that we bring the theater to you. So if you have a banquet hall or if you have whatever, no big deal. We come in, we have the staging, we have the lighting, we have the curtains, and we will literally transform your space into a theater. And it was a bitch.
that sounds like a lot, man. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
That sounds like a big undertaking, especially if you don't have a large team.
No, and that's the thing is, I used to, my brother-in-law would occasionally help, and I had some older nephews that would help. But when you're doing it alone, like, with just a couple of people, you're actively engaged in that whole setup process. And then the show's ready to go, and you're like, okay. So I went from stage crew to
being on, man.
Yeah.
To being on. You don't get any of that time in a green room to just chill and calm yourself. No, you just got to go. I mean, I saw you go through that at the OPAC.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe that was crazy. I was like, Jim,
that was
brutal. Like a zombie right now.
Oh,
wait, he's got to perform still.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. And as you get older, you don't necessarily, like, I tell people I feel like I'm 45.
Okay.
And so you don't necessarily feel like your age, but when you start doing stuff like that, you're going, oh man, I am not 45.
Yeah. Like, where's that energy? I usually have a little more around this time. What the heck's going on, man?
Yeah. So definitely starting to recognize the fact that I need to.
Yourself. You just got to pace yourself,
So and
learn from the older cats, Jim.
Yeah. So when Richard was doing it, does he do it anymore? Does he do illusions anymore?
So they've been on a bit of a hiatus from doing illusions, but Rick still does do shows from time to time. As far as performance.
You prefer to go by Rick?
Yeah, I call him Rick, Richard.
Okay.
Yeah, either way, I think.
Yeah. So they're not doing the big stuff, but is he still actively performing?
Yeah. He just did. I think his last show was at the Junkyard.
Oh, okay.
In Simi. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And
that's a great little
his
venue.
Main focus now is there's an awesome club that he put together called Monster House, basically just a bunch of different professional magicians that get together. And that's been his real main focus now is, he said he's getting to the age where, he finds it magic has given him everything in his life. So now he would like to give back to magic and do everything he can to do that. And I thought that's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really amazing. So,
he's agreed to take you under his wing.
Yep. Yeah, me and Veronica, and he's allowed us to bug him a little bit and see what happens. So it's been cool. And now we just talked to Chuck Jones.
Okay.
So now Chuck Jones is on board with it, giving us some advice or helping us out in any way, that we need from, which is, I mean, come on, right? Like that he's been doing illusions since TV began.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's like one of the first TV magicians. Talk about a legend. And his main assistant. I'm still a little bit unfamiliar, but I believe it's like his main person he uses for doing magic as far as an assistant. Her name is Cassie, and she's going to be working with me and Veronica, or mainly Veronica, but both of us to start moving how we need to move, or understanding the movement of being on stage and working with illusions and stuff. So it's absolutely incredible, the team
Wow.
that is kind of around us right now. It's incredible, including yourself. It's amazing.
So what turned you on to illusions?
Lance Burton.
Lance Burton.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
Like when I first got into interested in magic, sure, it was a magic kid and all that, but when I would imagine myself as a professional magician, it would be on a stage, doing stuff like that.
Right.
Never was it, doing strolling and or even parlor. I didn't really imagine that. And then as I got older, you get a more realistic mindset for working magic, and you go, okay, cool, I'm gonna be doing strolling magic or sets at restaurants or private parties or parlor, and you don't really imagine yourself doing that kind of a thing. Plus,
Right.
It's a huge investment. You have to store the stuff, you have to be able to transport the stuff. So I'm not gonna go crazy. We'll get a few and sprinkle them in and have some nice really production value with everything else we do. But that's just always where my heart was. And then now it sounds bad, man, because you would figure now I would be less inclined than ever to do it because it's not really a thing you do anymore. But that's that just motivates me more to want to do it even more. The fact that no one's doing it, like I don't even care if it's commercial or not. Like if no one else is doing it, I'm like, ooh, then let's go. Like I don't know, I'm just that kind of a guy.
Yeah.
Going right, I'll go left. Thank you very much.
You also have you have the benefit of being in a place where magic is very prevalent.
It's crazy.
And so not a lot, most people in this country aren't surrounded by the talent that we have in Southern California. So there's no real person that you can tap into. There's nobody there to mentor you. You might have another local magician, but he's a local magician. It's like, and so having these true, not that local magicians aren't pros, but having pros at that level, it changes the game.
It's wild. I'm so grateful.
And then having a friend who happens to own like 11 illusions
at a magic shop that at the time had a performer that had a friend who was just standing there. That's like, oh, hey, there's this place called Monster House. And just the circumstances of everything and my network of friends and all the support I have around me is insane. It's insane, man. I just try to be aware of it and count my blessings every day. And and it's tough because not all of y'all get along either. So it's tough to maintain the you know what I mean? But I wish everybody did. But like I always make the joke, oil and water is not just a magic routine, unfortunately.
Well, it's like any other industry, it's like Hollywood, and it can get cutthroat sometimes.
Hey man, it's show business. And we're little tiny. Like there's like the ventriloquist puppet and then the magician right slightly below the puppet. Right. That being said, it's still show business.
Right.
It's kind of wild. Like I'm like, we're such a small tribe. Why are we shooting arrows at each other?
Right.
It's crazy, but it is what it is.
Yep. And all you can do is control yourself and the way that you behave.
Indeed.
And so everything else just goes where it goes.
I like to say all we can do is be the magic we want to see in the world, James.
There you go.
Just that's all we can do.
Nicely said.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's your goal for next year, basically.
One of them. I'm gonna keep talking. That's one of them. The other one is my 2-man show with Uncle Rich.
Yes.
We got a great 2-man show. We just locked down Hennessy's in Dana Point for like a monthly show that we want to try to start doing. So so the stage show is like the big goal, and then on a slightly
regular working,
there you go, would be working with Uncle Rich on a regular basis, trying to get that show more venues, more gigs, because it's a great show. It's really enjoyable. Everybody really loves it. and I think it'd be really fun. So
We had it
that's-
here for the two spellbounds ago or three spellbounds ago.
Yep.
We had that show,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I feel like it gets better.
There's good
every-
energy.
Ah, awesome. I
Yeah.
feel like it gets better every time we do it. Someone always says something or something always like the last time. So I love Uncle Rich, but from time to time when we do the show, there'll be a miscue here or something like this. And, at the beginning, we were kind of really sticklers. We really want to try to stick with the lines. We realized more and more, like, it's whether we make mistakes or not, it just falls right into how our show is. So
Yeah.
the last show we did at Dana Point, Uncle Rich gave me, we were doing this and that. So Red Hot Mama, right? But he gave me the anniversary waltz deck. And as I'm spreading out the cards, I look at him, I'm like, this is not the right deck of cards, right? And then I literally tell him, and then he's like, oh, this is completely real. Oh, those are the wrong deck. I gave you the wrong deck. Everybody laughs. We just go through this whole interaction. And then like a couple of weeks later, I'm talking to my sister, she's like, yeah, I really enjoyed your guys' show. Really, your chemistry is really fun. It's good magic and it's really fun. And oh man, I loved it when you did the thing with he gave you the wrong deck and all that. That was really good. And I was like, well, that was real. She's like, oh, I thought that was part of the show.
Yeah.
And so it made me really just appreciate our dynamic, and then also made me try to understand it. It gave me a better understanding of it too. It's like, hey man, this is not the type of show where it's going to be, you're going to nail every single line exactly the same. It's a little bit more of an animal or a living creature, so to speak.
I have a definite opinion about scripting.
I know it.
Yeah. And so we do improv at the House of Magic, and I took improv for a couple years, and I'm around it all the time. I think for a magician, taking an improv class is probably one of the best things you can do for yourself, because it teaches you to be in the moment. And the dynamic that you and Rich have, if you're, your life as uncle and nephew is not scripted. Things happen, you go through things. And it's like, Doug Coleman and I are working on a show together. And it's like, when things happen naturally, it feels just so much better than to say, well, you're going to do this, you're going to make this mistake, and I'm going to make, it. When things like that happen naturally, it allows you to really shine because it's real.
Yes.
And scripting sometimes can feel so fake. We were talking about one routine that we were going to do, and I'm like, well, Doug, just imagine I come out and you're like, what the hell are you wearing? And he's like, Jim, that doesn't make any sense. I'm obviously know what you're going to wear. I've seen the show. I've been in the show. I see you before the show. Why would I be surprised? And so trying to make it more real. And there are things like, Doug was going to go in and he was going to say something about how he doesn't believe in psychics and ghosts and all this kind of stuff. And so I was just listening to him, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to hit him with when we're up on stage is I'm going to go, you know what? I do believe that Doug doesn't believe in psychics and ghosts and all that kind of, and that would have been completely impromptu on his part, even though I was prepared to say it. And then getting his real reaction to it after me saying it would have been, would be cool. So I believe in having a general outline kind of script,
like the trunk of a tree.
Yeah,
they say.
Yeah, and then let it go where it goes. Your audience is going to feed you a tremendous amount of stuff.
Absolutely.
And I've seen so many times where people are so scripted, they lose the opportunity to be in the moment with their audience because they're so focused on what their next line is going to be or what the next joke is. And then somebody throws something at you and you can't respond to it. So instead you throw out the joke, and then it's like, well, that didn't make much sense. I used to joke with a dear friend of mine who I kept telling him, I said, you could pull the whole audience from this venue and you'd still perform the same show, same energy, same lines, same everything. They don't have to be here.
Yeah, and there's no connection at that point.
No.
And the audience will know that, and they'll feel that.
Oh yeah.
That description of a feeling you get when it's natural, like you were talking about, that's almost like you being a buffer for the audience. If you, when you're working with anybody and you're getting that feeling for yourself, then that's going to be ample. The audience will feel that even more so.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's a really good indicator. You know, if you're not feeling anything, then that could be an indicator that it's going to be. It may land flat.
The other thing too is you're in a perfect situation because it's Uncle Rich. And Uncle Rich might be forgetful. He's getting old. He's getting this. He's getting that. So you capitalize on the mistakes instead of trying to fix them.
Yeah, it's
And-
just gold that makes this show unique.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And everybody's going to get a little bit of a different experience from it because something else might happen. And
Absolutely.
so that's my opinion on scripting, anyways. But I've just seen, you see actors sometimes, and the ones that maybe aren't necessarily all that good, and they're reciting lines. Yeah, and you feel it. You're like,
It's crazy to me sometimes what kind of stuff makes it like out there.
yeah,
You're like, wow, really? This guy made it. They're like, all right, cool. Here's a paycheck. We're gonna throw you up on,
yeah,
on a Netflix show or something. You're like, this.
and
guy
they're
can't-
reciting lines.
It's terrible.
So
Yeah, I
it'd
know,
be
it's
like,
crazy.
so Greg, how are you today?
I am fine. Jim,
Oh, that is such a wonderful thing to hear. I am so happy for you. It's like, oh my God, it's not a conversation. You're reciting lines. And I used to have an acting coach that was like, if you're not in the moment and you're not paying attention, all you hear is blah, 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 and then your lines.
Mm,
And then blah, 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 and then your lines. Because you're not
if
listening.
you're not listening. Yeah, you're not
You're just
connected.
waiting for them to stop talking
And then yep.
so that you
like
can
a-
deliver your next
like-
line.
Almost like a parrot at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. We were watching Stranger Things.
Yes.
I don't know. Have you watched it the last season?
No.
Are you familiar with the?
Yeah, I am
Veronica
familiar
really-
with it, but
Veronica really loves the series. I haven't been a huge fan of the series. I thought the first series was cool and different, but that's about it for me. But because Veronica was a big fan, so I watched all the stuff. And for one of the reasons why I don't like it is just so many different storylines going on that I don't like to keep up. But anyways, the way some of these kids say these lines, it's really, really bad. And some of the writing is really, really bad. So I was kind of talking some smack about it. And Veronica's like, how could you watch something like The Office or Parks and Rec and talk trash about this? I'm like, you can't even come close. I was like, there's some of the best comedic timing and genius in those shows.
yeah.
Like I was like, you can't even that's, I was like, for example, I was like, you can't bring those up. You can't even touch them.
You are a fly on the wall watching this stuff unravel in The Office. You're not watching a TV show. It's like you're a fly on the wall because they're not paying any attention to you. It's like they're just doing their thing. They're at work doing their thing, and stuff is happening.
And
And
some of the best stuff,
you're eavesdropping.
some of the funniest stuff on those shows wasn't even written. It was just
Yeah.
improv from those actors because they know what they're doing, man.
Yeah,
Even just with a slight glance, you know what I mean? They can get you just cracking up because the timing of when they did that and how.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because they have just that level of awareness and they're good at it. Chris Pratt in Parks and Rec,
oh
almost
yeah,
everything they couldn't write for him. The writers are like, dude, everything you do is better than what we can even write.
yeah,
Like, you just crack everybody up all the time.
yeah.
So I'm with you, man.
Yeah. So there was a comedian that was talking about his daughter, and he had to go to the principal's office because his daughter made some wisecrack
That
to
was
the
me.
teacher.
I've been there.
Yeah. And so he said when he got to the principal's office and the principal told him what she said, he said, that was funny. How was her timing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Did it land? Did it land
Yeah.
the whole class?
Yeah, was her timing good?
Right, right.
So yeah, I really think it's all about that. Okay, so we got Uncle Rich, we got the Illusion Show.
Yep. And yeah, just all around, try to do more magic with more of my friends. reconnect with everybody, start to do more stuff with other people, just because I've been so busy lately.
Yeah.
I could only maintain contact with so many people at a time.
Yeah.
It's tough, but it's no excuse. So, but yeah, more magic with friends, man.
What I'm starting to learn, one of the things that this year I think has taught me is that most of us have a small network of what you would consider close friends, people that you you can rely on, you can count on. And I was talking with an actor friend of mine, and he's like, people from all over are like, oh yeah, I'm good friends with so and so, and oh yeah, I know this person, and oh yeah, I hang out with and this friend of mine was like, he's like, these aren't good friends, these are people I know.
Mm-hmm.
And he said there's a very small network of people that you consider really good friends, and everybody else is just somebody they might be more than an acquaintance, but they're still just somebody and I kind of realized that this year that there are people who really know me and my heart, and they know what I stand for, and what I want to do for this community and for the magic community as well. And then there are just people who know me, and they might be in my life today, but they won't be tomorrow or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one thing. The other thing is that I'm learning to say no. I had
that's tough to do sometimes.
Yeah, I had a business associate of mine who was having problems with their bookkeeper, and I was like, I do bookkeeping and taxes, and he's like, oh man, do you think you could help me out? And so I'm like, yeah, okay, well, how about if we trade for a gym membership? And so I took it on, and since day one, I've not had the time to do anything on it, and I'm getting in exchange a $40 gym membership for probably $500 a month of service.
Mm-hmm.
And now I brought him in and I said, hey dude, I got to explain, I really let you down because I should have said no. I can't take on this with everything else that I have going on, especially if it's not going to put food on the table. Mm-hmm. I got to focus on where I can raise money.
Of course.
And so, I built this new illusion for another magician.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
A month and a half.
Great. It's a great illusion.
And it was because he wanted a specific type of an illusion. They don't make them for what he was looking for. And like
Jim could do it.
Like a jackass, I said, I can do it.
And you can do it.
And
Jim,
I can.
But should you? And do you have enough time to?
Exactly.
Right?
And so for 2026, that's one of the things that I'm really going to try to do.
Buy something, but can I really afford it?
Oh, well, that I'm not sure I'll get there yet. I'll work on that.
Bad example.
Yeah.
You and me both, brother.
That might be 2027. But there's we are back on the table for Project Heart.
That's incredible. I was not expecting to hear that today.
Yeah. And so
the heart is beating once again.
That might be a 2026, which would be an amazing project.
That would be.
And I can't do that stuff if I commit to these freebie things, or things that don't really make enough money to make it worth the time that you're doing it. So that's what I'm going to try for 2026, is to learn to say, just because I can doesn't mean I should. And that's going to be a very big lesson for me. Just because I can doesn't mean I should.
There you go.
And I can do a lot.
You can, yes.
But I shouldn't.
More than most.
Yeah, I shouldn't do a lot. So that's my 2026.
Nice, man.
So, I just want to, and the other thing that I need to learn is that it's okay not to be liked by everybody.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
I don't have to make everybody my friend. Well, that you're not in that circle, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
No. He kicked me out. That's why I'm on the bench.
Yeah. Oh, that's very plausible. So, but we're doing a lot to really kind of refine the magic shop. We've been doing a lot of renovations downstairs.
What's going on down there?
So we should have a cool little small performance space. We will have, our magic shop was always really nice. It's going to be even nicer. And I want to encourage more people to come and visit.
We should do a swap meet this year.
Yeah.
Have a couple of food trucks. We should have swap meet and then an open mic performance
Yeah.
after the swap meet. So anybody who wants some flight time, and by the way, we'll leave notes at the door. We'll just say,
Yeah.
all right, notepads. Everybody, leave your notepads at the door.
Yep.
All right, cap the pens.
Yep.
All right, it'll be an open mic night for fun, for maybe not the best magicians out there, but people who want some flight time, that want some eyes on their stuff. Right? I think that could be fun, right?
That could be fun.
I think that should be cool. I think that'd be good to do.
We will make that happen.
Let's go.
Oh shoot, I should have said no.
Yeah, Jim. Failed the first test.
We are not in 2026 yet. So cool. We a couple shows ago we talked about the difference between a professional magician and an amateur or somebody like that, or somebody who just plays with magic. And one of the items in the professional magic or the professional side was they knew their worth, they knew their value, and they stuck to it. And I think you and I had talked before that, in the earlier days, I used to spend a lot of time where I'd go, oh, my show is $375, but I can do it for $250.
Oh, Jim.
And it was
Jim.
You remember that conversation?
Shame.
Yeah. But I think you remember that conversation.
I do.
Yeah. And so there's another magician that is working where is it? Idaho? I think it might be Idaho. And we were talking about strolling gigs. And I was saying that, if you want to get a restaurant to hire you, probably the going rate in Ventura is about $100 for a night. And he's like, Jim, I'm getting $600 for a night. I'm like, how are you doing that? And he said, because I asked for it.
There you go.
I'm like, you're kidding me.
Yeah, closed mouths don't get fed, Jim.
Yeah. So, so you did a strolling gig, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm sorry. Let me back up. Not a strolling gig, tableside at a restaurant.
When?
So every week he would do a tableside gig.
Okay,
in Idaho.
Okay, got it.
So a strolling gig, I get $375 for the first hour and $325 for each additional, and and it's a minimum of 2 hours. Okay, so that's my rate. But for tableside,
that sounds good. That's my rate too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
For tableside, I always assumed that the going was about $100 for a night, because it's a restaurant. You're doing it on a regular basis. And, if you want them to continue to pay you, if it's this high rate, they're going to be a lot more selective. And, we can't really do it this weekend, or we can't do it next weekend, or this way they can, pretty much afford to do it every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was talking with this guy, and he's like, I'm in Idaho and I get $600 a night to work a restaurant. I'm like, how do you get that? And he said, I asked for it. It's a high-end restaurant. I asked for it. And I'm like, dang, should I have asked for more?
Yes.
Yes. So, and I think it's okay to negotiate. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
But you asked
That's
for
the
more.
name of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, when it comes to maintaining your value, it's also a lot on, and this goes for any type of sales. It goes a lot on your ability to ask questions, because what you are doing is you're trying to provide a feeling. And that feeling is that you are a really good option for solving their problem right now. Right. So a lot of the times you got to think, if someone's buying, they're not buying magic. They're trying to entertain their guests.
Right.
Right. So if I was trying to sell myself to a restaurant, it's very important for me to understand what need they're trying to facilitate, so that I can then have them basically see for themselves that I'm a solution for that need. Does that make sense?
Right.
Right. And then that will maintain, then when you tell them how much you're worth, that it won't, at that point, it won't really matter. I feel like, you know,
So
what I mean?
it's
Or it'll be
basically,
it's a lot easier to negotiate at that point.
it's basically allowing them to realize that, hey, look, your plates take a while to serve, and there's a big gap between the time that they order their meal and the food arrives.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I don't want to be the one saying that.
You
I
want them
to say that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I want them to be the one saying these things through me asking them questions. Right.
So the
And-
questions are driving them to identify their problem,
correct. To vocalize their problem. And
even though you may know what it is.
even if you know what it is.
Okay.
You're not jumping the cart, or what, before the
horse before the cart.
Whatever they say.
Yeah.
You know, you're not you're
The
just
cart before the
allowing-
horse.
because you want these people to feel very secure, right? And they don't want to. No one wants to be sold. Well, I take that back. Everyone wants to be sold. We're programmed to be sold, but unfortunately, we're also programmed to not want to be sold. We
Gotcha.
don't think we want to be sold, but we want to be sold. So the way you get around that whole predicament is you allow somebody to just kind of sell themselves, and you're almost interviewing them. They think, in the beginning, they think they're interviewing you to see if you're going to be the guy for me, and
Right.
then you end up and you kind of flip it on them, and you just kind of see, and then okay, well, and maybe okay, yeah, I could definitely provide that for you, but I may have to ask this of you, or would you be willing to? And then you start to take a little and give a little, and you start to play that little game, and you can protect your value,
Right.
whether it's selling a car or magic.
And how do you determine what your value is?
That's, you're asking me. I'm so green, Jim. For me, in the magic realm, my value is whatever someone's willing to pay me right now, or what I can get, because I just need flight time.
But as far as
a person, I've always
as in general, if you're working on computers, if you're a comedian, if
$1
you're
million an hour. That's what I get. So if anyone's interested out there,
but you're willing to negotiate.
hire me. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can,
So
you know,
that $1 million quickly goes down to $125 an hour.
$800K maybe.
So nice. I want that job. I actually have one job I get paid sometimes $800 an hour.
What's that?
Video.
Oh, there you go.
Sometimes it's
Porn. I thought you stopped doing it. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought Buck Naked was retired, Jim.
I know. Well, I resurrected it. So, but
those little blue pills.
yeah, there's sometimes where I'm making $25 an hour.
Wait, what show is this again? This is Magic, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's stay on top.
Magic, White Rabbit is a vibrator company.
In real life,
They sell vibrators.
White Rabbit sells vibrators.
Yeah. They sell sex toys.
Is that what all these things are laying around here? Is poking me? Jeez.
Yeah, all of our magic vibrates.
This show's just going way downhill quick.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So so tomorrow is New Year's,
It is.
and tomorrow we both have a very busy day.
We do. We're both working.
You're going to be working at
Lashend.
Lashend doing murder mystery with Sharpo and
Strolling Magic. Well, Sharpo actually won't be there. He'll be at a different location doing another murder mystery.
oh, really?
So we will be, me and the crew and I will be there without, Sharpo.
Okay.
We'll be there with Sharpo's blessings.
So you're doing a solo flight.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daryl will
So-
be there, Jason, and then Roz. That's the cast.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun, man.
And then he's got another cast for the other venue.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And
Unless maybe he's doing magic, but I think he's doing another murder mystery.
okay. That's always
Might just be
been
magic. I'm not sure.
a very good gig for him.
Oh yeah, it's a great time.
So we're doing a show at the Glen Tavern. It started out where we were going to do 2 shows, and then found out that the price of, speaking about knowing your value, you also need to know what people are willing to pay. And she priced the tickets way too high. So we had 3,000 visitors to the ticket site.
3,000. Look at that.
3,000
Excellent. That, well,
visitors.
you must have had amazing ticket sales then, Jim.
11 ticket sales.
100?
11
You sold 11 tickets out of 3,000.
out of 3,000.
Yeah, you might
So-
want to adjust that price.
Yeah. And I even had a friend of mine who was going to go, and he
maybe
clicked
it
on-
was like a phone sale, so someone could like spend time discussing with these people what they're actually signing up for.
yeah.
Because if it's just like a look at the price and I got to click my button and pay with my, maybe not.
Yeah.
You got to get.
Well,
a good
this was
phone center
definitely
going on.
because even my friend was like, dude, this is going to cost me $600. And I'm like,
I'm not paying $600 to see you, Jim. I'm sorry.
that makes
Do I
me
get
sad.
magic? Like, I get take magic home?
Yeah, you should for
'Cause,
that price.
Yeah, for that price, I should get like a little goodie bag or something.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
a mystery box, perhaps.
So we changed it. So now they're going. They have reservations for dinner. So you're paying for your dinner separate. And I explained. I said, they may pay $600 between if they have a party of 4 to 6 people.
I mean, it's
they
New
might
Year's
pay.
after all,
Yeah, they
you know.
might between drinks and
Champagne's
everything else.
flowing, apple
Yeah.
scissors and all that good stuff.
But at least they made the choice to pay for it,
Mm,
and where they get it when they get their bill.
mm.
So
That's the perception of value right there.
Yep.
You just nailed it. You see? It's the feeling, Jim. You're not selling them a magic show and drinks and dinner. You're selling them the feeling that they are making the right decision with their New Year's Eve, right? That's what they want.
Yep.
That's what they want inside. They want to feel good about their decision.
well, under this new format, it's the right New Year's Eve.
I regret my decision to be late. I'm not gonna lie.
You what?
I'm just kidding. I regret my decision for going. I'm gonna cancel my tickets.
So, yeah, and we got. Speaking of flight time, we got to get you some flight time.
Yeah, man.
So-
Yeah, I know. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Anyway, I think
Excuse me.
you and I are possibly both coming down with a cold.
I hope not. Don't say that.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah, we'll see how I feel when I wake up in the morning.
I'm starting to feel a little something.
Mm.
Something.
Uh-oh.
So, Scott, he'll be working this mic on a couple days. So.
No! I don't think it'll live in the phone
It's-
that long.
It's sufficiently germy.
Oh, no.
But with that, Josh and Nikki and their 2 kids are sick, which
It's
is
all going
why
around, people.
he's not here. And but you got to stay healthy for tomorrow because we both got work to do.
That's right.
So,
Let's go. Magic to be made.
any closing remarks to end the year?
Absolutely. I hope everybody had a happy holiday. I hope everybody has a happy new year. Out with the old, in with the new, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay,
Yeah, and here at the White Rabbit Magic Shop,
we believe in magic.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.